Have you ever wondered why your cat suddenly stares at a blank wall like they are seeing a ghost? Or why they bolt out of the room 10 minutes before a thunderstorm actually hits? It turns out they aren't seeing ghosts. They are hearing a world that is completely invisible to you and me. Welcome back to the Cat Care Academy. Today we are diving deep into the science of your cat's most powerful superpower. You might think it is their night vision or their agility, but the truth is, their ears are biologically engineered machines that put even the most advanced technology to shame. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly why your cat ignores you when you call them and how they can pinpoint a mouse in total darkness without even opening their eyes. Let's start with the hardware. If you look at your cat, you will notice their ears are like radar dishes. That is not just a metaphor. While you and I have only 6 distinct muscles in our ears that are basically useless for moving them, cats have 32 individual muscles in each ear. That is over 60 muscles dedicated solely to hearing. This biological engineering allows them to rotate their ears 180 degrees independently of each other. They can tilt one ear forward to listen to you opening a can of food, and swivel the other ear backward to track a fly buzzing behind them. It is like having 2 separate satellite dishes scanning the environment constantly. But here is where it gets mind-blowing, because their ears do something that seems physically impossible. They don't just hear sound, they actually do math. When a sound hits your cat's ears, it doesn't arrive at both ears at the exact same time. There is a microscopic time delay between when the sound waves hit the left ear versus the right ear. Your cat's brain analyzes that tiny time difference to triangulate the exact location of the object. We call this sound localization. Humans can do this too, but cats are precise to within 3 inches from 3 feet away. This means a cat can jump on a mouse in pitch black darkness and land exactly on target, solely based on the rustle of the leaves. This is why you should never play hide and seek with a cat. They knew where you were the second you breathed. You might be thinking that dogs have the best hearing in the animal kingdom, but the science says otherwise. When it comes to the frequency range, your cat leaves Fido completely in the dust. Let's look at the numbers because they are staggering. The average human hears sounds between 20 Hz and 20,000 Hz. Dogs can hear up to about 45,000 Hz, which is impressive. But cats? They can hear frequencies up to 85,000 Hz. That is an entire octave higher than dogs and 1.6 octaves higher than humans. This range is not accidental, it is evolutionary. In the wild, cats are solitary hunters who prey on small rodents. Mice and rats communicate using ultrasonic squeaks that are completely silent to us and to dogs. But to a cat, those ultrasonic squeaks sound like a siren. This is why your cat might suddenly wake up from a deep sleep and stare at the floorboards. They are likely hearing the ultrasonic communication of a bug or a mouse inside your actual walls. Now take a close look at your cat's ear the next time they are near you. Do you see that little slit or pocket on the outside edge near the base? It looks like a little extra flap of skin. That little pocket actually has a name. It is called Henry's pocket. For a long time, veterinarians and scientists debated what it was for. Some thought it was just a vestigial trait, like the human appendix. But leading theories now suggest it serves a critical acoustic function. It helps filter high-frequency sounds by attenuating lower pitches, essentially acting like a sophisticated audio mixer that boosts the treble and cuts the bass. This allows the cat to isolate those high-pitched squeaks of prey, even in a noisy environment. So that little flap isn't a wrinkle. It is a high-tech frequency filter built right into their skin. If their hearing is this advanced and sensitive, you have to ask the big question. Why do they never come when you call them? It is easy to assume they are just being stubborn, but the answer lies in how their brains prioritize sound. A study from the University of Tokyo confirmed that cats can absolutely distinguish their owner's voice from a stranger's voice. They know it is you. The issue isn't ability, it is motivation. Unlike dogs who were bred to work alongside humans and listen to commands, cats were self-domesticated to hunt vermin alone. They are wired to respond to the sounds of prey or threats, not necessarily social commands. So when you call their name and they rotate one ear towards you but don't move, That is their way of saying, "Message received, but I am busy." They aren't deaf. They are just prioritizing the beetle walking across the carpet because biologically, that is more important than your affection. This extreme sensitivity comes with a downside, though. Imagine if every time someone turned on a vacuum cleaner, it sounded like a jet engine taking off inside your living room. That is the reality for your cat. Because their ears are designed to amplify sound up to 3 times more than ours, common household noises can be genuinely painful for them. This is called acoustic stress. Things like blenders, vacuum cleaners, and even loud music can induce a state of anxiety. If you have ever dropped a metal spoon and watched your cat scramble out of the room, it is not just because they are skittish, it is because that clang hit their eardrums with an intensity we can't comprehend. This is also why many cats hide during thunderstorms. It isn't just the thunder. They can hear the drop in atmospheric pressure and the low-frequency rumble of the storm long before it arrives. They are detecting a threat that is still miles away. There is another fascinating aspect of their hearing that involves how they hunt at night. We always talk about cat eyes glowing in the dark, but in absolute zero light, their eyes are useless. In total darkness, a cat switches entirely to auditory guidance. They combine their hearing with their whiskers to create a 3-dimensional map of their surroundings. The whiskers detect air currents while the ears pinpoint location. It is a sensory integration that is almost like a superpower. This is why blind cats can often navigate a house so well that visitors don't even realize the cat is blind. They are seeing the room through sound echoes and air vibration. It is a reminder that while we rely on our eyes to verify reality, your cat is relying on a complex symphony of vibrations that tells them more about the world than vision ever could. However, just like humans, this superpower does not last forever, and there is one major mistake cat owners make that ruins it. As cats age, they suffer from hearing loss just like we do. It is called presbycusis. You might notice your older cat meowing much louder than usual. That is often because they can't hear themselves effectively anymore, so they turn up the volume. But the big mistake owners make involves cleaning. You should never stick a Q-tip or cotton swab into a cat's ear canal. Their ear canals are L-shaped, and pushing a swab in just packs the wax down deeper against the eardrum, which can cause permanent damage or infection. If you see dirt, it is better to use a veterinarian-approved liquid cleaner or let the vet handle it. Protecting those ears is vital because a deaf cat in the wild is a vulnerable cat. Even in your home, their sense of security is tied directly to their ability to hear what is coming. Understanding your cat's hearing changes the way you interact with them. You realize that when they seem aloof, they are actually overwhelmed with data. You realize that a quiet home is a happy home for a predator that is wired to hear a pin drop. We want to know about your cat. Have you ever noticed them reacting to a sound you couldn't hear? Or do they have a specific rapper sound that wakes them up from a dead sleep? Drop a comment below and tell us the weirdest thing your cat listens to. If you learned something new today, make sure to hit that like button so we can keep bringing you the science behind your feline friends. We will see you in the next class at Cat Care Academy.